Hi, hello friends, hope you're all doing okay. Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Marina, that one girl that likes to talk a lot about houseplants, and welcome to Millennial Planter. So today is an exciting day. These types of videos are my absolute favorite to film, and it is an update video. I'm going to be sharing all the updates, all the new growth that I have been getting. It's not much. I'm gonna do an update on my grow tent, show a couple updates on the past couple imports I've done. I will have those video unboxing links down below. If you wanna check out all the imports that I've gotten in 2021, it was only 2, but I got probably about maybe 10 plants from them. Spoiler alert, I may or may not have killed one, but I mean, one out of like all the ones that I've gotten, I will take that win. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely stick around, hit the thumbs up button, show the video some love. If you're not part of the plant community, hit the subscribe button. I would absolutely love to have you in this community. And without yapping on too much, as I always do, let's get into the updates. I think I'm gonna start with the grow tent first. So if you missed it, I received this grow tent from Vivo's son. I asked you to do a post on Instagram, so it was nothing YouTube related, but I was really excited for this. I wanted to give this whole grow tent a try. So this is, I think, my month-and-a-half update. I don't think it's been quite 2 months yet, but so much has already happened and I am so excited. And honestly, a big factor was upping the light. Once I got a better light in here, everything just took off. Before, I had some strip lights that were hanging from the top of the bars, and it just literally, it wasn't enough light. Once I got this brighter light, everything just took off. It's so much happier. I thought it was going to be too much light, but and maybe it is still a little too much light, but it's a lot better. Everything is a lot happier. So let's just take a look. So I ended up putting one of these panel lights in there, and like I said, it's super bright, but it's been great so far. I've had it up here for maybe about a month. I definitely had to kind of jimmy rig it to hang higher up because it's meant for grow tents, but it hangs so low, there's no way like my plants would have survived. So I had to kind of, do a little stuff to get it to hang with some zip ties, but it's doing great. And as you can see, look at this. Honestly, I am so freaking excited for this Hoya Sarawak leaf. I've had this quite easily for 6 months and it's finally growing, and look at how sun stressed it is. I literally come up here and I stare at this leaf every single day because it's so beautiful. And Hoya Sarawak was a Hoya that was on my wish list for forever. So I'm so glad. Not only do I have one in my collection, but it's finally growing a beautifully sun-stressed leaf. The next exciting update, actually, I planted my anthurium seeds. So if you watched my video, my last plant vlog video, you would see that my anthurium bakery grew berries, and I was able to take those berries out and get 6 seeds out of them. Now I'm really hoping they will germinate for me and grow, and hopefully in about 2 months we will have some little baby anthurium bakery, but I can't wait to share updates on that when I have them. Wait a second. I planted these seeds yesterday, and do you see that? They're growing. Oh my gosh, that's 3 seeds, 3 out of 6. I mean, what? Okay, wow. I try to look closer and it really does just look like it's maybe 3 seeds that have sprouted so far, but holy crap. I planted these yesterday. It hasn't even been, maybe it's been a full 24 hours. Wow. I was not expecting that. I thought I would wait at least a week before I saw something, not the next day. Oh, okay, that makes me so much more excited. Some people were saying I soaked the seeds for 2 hours. Some people said they soaked their seeds for a lot longer, but I waited for the berries. I thought they had rotted, so the skin, the berries around it, like the red part, was really easy to take off the seeds. And I feel like that's when people soak the seeds the most, is when that berry is harder to take off, if that makes any sense. I've done a lot of research on anthurium pollination. I will probably do like a separate video on it, because I've learned so many cool things. But yeah, long story short, I didn't think I soaked the berries long enough, but I had already planted them, so I was like, YOLO. Okay, back to the grow tent. This is my philodendron melanochrysum. I got this from Chlorosoil. This was the first import I did, I think back in September. And I have always struggled with melanochrysums, but they are one of those more uncommon plants that do require a lot of high humidity. I'm able to grow stuff like varicosum outside in like my ambient humidity, but not melanochrysum. So look at this beautiful leaf it gave me, and it's nice and big. It's not as big as this lower leaf here. You can see like that's a massive, beautiful leaf, but honestly, I am not mad about that at all. And it's still hardening off, and it's already putting out a new leaf. That's so cool. And then back here, I have my Syngonium albo that has been on the struggle bus. I also received this one from Chlorosoil. It hasn't necessarily struggled, but it definitely hasn't done anything. It's one of the slowest albos I've had, but I just put it in here a couple days ago, so it should be doing fine in just a little bit. I think it'll start growing. One of my most exciting updates, my Scindapsus jade. Y'all, I have had this plant literally for a year. I got it as one leaf and it grew two leaves, or it grew another leaf in a year. It did absolutely nothing. I even went back on Instagram, and this time last year it looked like this, but lo and behold, it is finally putting off another leaf. I am so excited about this. I love Jade Scindapsus. I love their green, like just their all green kind of matte look to them. So I'm really excited to finally get another leaf. This is my Ficus umbellata I got. This was the first plant I got of 2022. This was, I showed this in my last plant vlog video that I just posted, and that is putting off new growth there. Really thought this was going to do way worse, but so far, so good. I just planted up my Amedrium right there that had been propagating in my perlite prop box for forever. The roots were massive, so I have it just in like a large Dunkin' Donuts cup. I really like to use cups, you know, like reuse as much as I can. And I have this on a wooden plank from work to try to get those aerial roots to attach. My little baby Gloriosum is putting off a new leaf. This is kind of making me nervous though, because it still hasn't completely unfurled, and I'm not sure why. This was my philodendron anthurium radicans cross luxurians. And this was a import from Greenspaces.ID, which is one of my most exciting unboxings, and it's doing really well. It hasn't put off any new growth yet, which is kind of disappointing. Usually Anthurium do really well for me, but I don't know. I think maybe it'll start putting out new growth soon. I hope so, because I want a new leaf from it already. And my philodendron atabapoense. This one was huge, but a little thing about my imports from Greenspaces, I did kind of struggle acclimating them more so than my first import, and I think it's because I took them out of humidity too soon. I didn't keep them in that humid box that I did with my first import, so they did kind of struggle. And this one was way bigger, and I ended up cutting it back, and I was trying to propagate it because I thought I was going to lose the big one, but this is doing fine. And my cutting, not so good. I have one cutting left. I took two cuttings, one rotted and one is just hanging on for dear life. So we'll see, but at least this one's doing good. I'm really happy about that. Look at that beautiful burgundy back. Ugh, so pretty. I don't have any growth from this one either, but hopefully soon we'll get some new growth. This is my Syngonium Green Splash. This one was also from Greenspaces, I believe, and this is the newest leaf it put out. Super cute. So this one acclimated perfectly fine, which was a shock because Syngonium usually go through a lot of shock when you import them. And oh, and then my philodendron mayoi. This is also from Greenspaces. This one, it's actually in perlite still, and it's doing well. I need to pot it up soon because last time I checked, it had some nice, good, healthy roots on it, and it has some new growth coming in. So that's so exciting. I can't wait to have like a full growing mayoi. I really love these plants. This is my egg, I think that's how you pronounce it. And once again, this is another one I've had for months. I think I got this the same time I got the Sarawak, and my friend had given it to me. She had the seed already sprouted and fully rooted. It's in a 4-inch pot. Like, the roots are pretty full and established, but it has yet to give me a leaf. And honestly, this is my last ditch effort. If it doesn't sprout a leaf, I might just throw it out because I don't know what else to do for it. It just does not want to grow. So wish me luck with that one. Oh, and then I also forgot my Hoya elliptica is starting to really take off, which is so exciting. I'm really hoping to get some more growth from my Hoya Jennifer soon and my Hoya Fitchii. Once I cut my Hoya Fitchii for a trade, it just stopped growing completely. So I'm really hoping the tent does some good stuff to it. But that's about it. I did add a whole bunch of stuff in here since the last time I did a video, or since the last time I set it up. I have a whole bunch of baby splendids going on. My Eplissima, my Epipremnum Eplissima, I think. So I did notice that this light does tend to dry things out in here really fast. So I do have to spray about once a day, twice a day if I'm not feeling lazy. But other than that, everything is great. Oh, and then my Philodendron Campos Portuanum. I actually just recently cut off my the mature leaf it had because it was just so awkward and it was right there on the floor taking up space. So I had to cut it off. I'm sad that these are coming in not mature, which is expected, honestly, but it's doing great. I just need to get it attached to something. I might go to Home Depot and buy a wooden plank to actually attach it to. But yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. It's sun stressed, which is why it's more of that golden color, but doing really well. Like everything in this tent, this has been such a great project. I'm so happy with it. I never thought that I would be somebody to have a tent or want a tent, but I've been struggling a lot this winter in this new house, which I've shared before, my struggles with humidity this winter. In my old house, it was a lot smaller and humidity was no problem. My plants were doing fine, but not so much in this house. It's a lot colder, it's a lot drier. Having this tent has really helped a lot, and I am so grateful for Vivo Sun for reaching out to me and sending me this. Really great. I will have the link down below if you want to check it out. I will try to find if they still have available this size. If not, I will do the next size if you're interested in the smaller ones like me and have no space. And to show an update on my wall here, my art wall is coming along so great. I love it so freaking much. I have so many beautiful things from people in the plant community that have gifted me stuff or I've purchased stuff from. Just so many beautiful things. And yeah, I love it so much. Looking at this wall brings me so much joy, and I can't wait to add more stuff and support more artsy plant people in the community. Recently just added my little propagation thing here, and my Adansonii is already rooting. Oops, sorry about that. This has only been in here not even a week, and look at that root. Super impressive. I have some Brazil, Cebu Blue. I think I'm just gonna leave these in here and just let them grow in water, just, you know, to trail down aesthetic purposes. This light from Bright House has been doing absolutely amazing. Everything has been loving it, but my Monstera, so originally I had my Monstera here and it was right under the light, and y'all, it pushed out this leaf within the next couple days, and I was shook because my Monstera hasn't grown since summer. Even when it was outside, it put out one leaf and that was it. The minute I installed that light and waited, this leaf came out. So I'm so excited to see how big it's gonna be. I really hope it's still fenestrated like these other beauties, but I will keep you posted on that one because it's so pretty. I got rid of my other bigger Monstera. I actually gave it to a friend because I just didn't have the space, and I had like 4 Monsteras, so I had to get rid of them. This is the one I decided to keep, and it's doing great. I also decided to try to grow my Scindapsus up the wall. She's forever curled. I don't know if it's root rot or if it's low humidity, but she's still alive. So we're just gonna try. I have her trellised from these little wall mounts from Tray Leaf. And yeah, they're super cute. And then I just ended up taping these little things to the wall. So we will see how they do. Hopefully they'll do really well. And my prop bin, as far as my prop bin goes, I just set this up a week ago, so nothing too exciting, but my Hoya Svetlana put out a peduncle. I have no words. I don't even know what they look like, the blooms, so I'm gonna have to look that up, but wow, that's super exciting. And then this is my Splendid. I got this one from Greenspaces as well, and this was the top cutting. As you can see, it has new growth coming out. It hasn't rooted yet. Honestly, I'm kind of nervous because I really do want a Splendid that's nice and big. I have those little babies, so I guess if it ends up rotting, I will be sad, but at least I still have some Splendids around. But yeah, I have it in perlite propagation, so hopefully it will root for me soon. And quickly, I just have to shout out my Mandula pothos because it is putting out some really beautiful, gorgeous leaves. This lighting's a little bit better, but look at this. This is a new leaf, so it's kind of maybe slightly reverting. But it was just in a lower light area, but now it should be better. Look at that. And then we have this beautiful half moon leaf here, and that one there. I can't even tell y'all how much I love Mandula pothos. It's truly one of my absolute favorites. It's a slower grower, but if you give it enough light, it'll grow perfectly fine. But once this gets like long and trailing, I definitely want to take some cuttings and just have them all over my house because they're just so beautiful. Heading into my room, I am slowly moving some plants off the windowsill because it's getting really cold. It's probably about to snow on Sunday, and this glass is pretty cold. For the most part though, everything has been okay. I think I'll probably move my elbow just so she doesn't get any frostbite damage. This is probably, that's just fertilizer, the one that I'm most worried about because I do not want to lose my elbow. But this is her latest leaf. I'm not sure if I ever showed this. So freaking pretty. Everything has slowed down in growth, but can we check out how big this leaf has gotten on my king? Wow, that is insane. Can we do a head test? Wow, who are you? So massive, and he's still so soft, like he's still growing. I feel like he just doubles in size every day, but I will think he'll start hardening off soon. This is definitely either a cross or the white form. I'm not sure because like this sinus area, I don't know if kings usually do that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know, it's interesting. So it'll be cool to see what this one hardens off to, how big it'll be. Maybe we'll measure it. I'm so excited. My queen, however, as you can see, not too well. Ugh. This hurts my heart a lot. This was her previous leaf, and all of her leaves have done really well in my care, except the bottoms. The bottoms always end up tearing somehow. So when this leaf started to unfurl, I accidentally dropped it because I'm a klutz, and it tore, and I was so mad. And then I put her in my tent to help her out, and she got burnt when I put in that brighter light, which I should have moved her out instantly because I thought that light was gonna be too bright. But I'm low-key really upset at myself for allowing this to get like that because she only puts out leaves for me once every like 3 months. So it's gonna be a while before I see a new leaf. And this is the leaf I'm stuck with. But you know, that's fine. This is just the way it is sometimes when you own plants, and you just got to accept it. Not so exciting update. For some reason, my lemon lime Maranta has just hated me. I've had her for close to 3 years now, and this is the worst she's ever done. So I put her in my room to try to give her some humidity, but I think I'm gonna cut her back a lot and just see what happens. Same thing with my black band Maranta. They have just not been liking the winter in this house. So hopefully come springtime, they will bounce back because I really love Marantas. And my Orbifolia, I had to cut off some leaves that she dropped when I brought her in, but she is just a rock star. She's doing amazing. My Siltepecana is also killing it. It's currently attaching to my windowsill, which is not going to be fun when I move. But she's growing and getting so tall. I mean, just look at that. So one day I'm hoping I will have her all along here. So really excited for that. But you know, everybody is holding on, doing their best. This is my highest humidity place. They might be a little bit colder, but at least they're getting the humidity that they like. Hoya linearis is actually killing it, doing amazing, but everybody else pretty dormant, but that's okay. We're gonna sleep a little, rest a little. Come springtime, summertime, we're gonna do great. Starting here, first off, look at how beautiful my Stromanthe is. But this is where I put my Adibapoense for my grow tent that I cut up. I have it propagating in that little terrarium. So hopefully it'll propagate soon. I experienced my first Hoya numeroloides bloom and it smelled not good. It smelled like grandmother perfume, old lady perfume, but like in the worst way possible. My new Vitellinoides leaf came in really funky, which kind of makes me nervous. I don't know if this is fungal pest or maybe just from too much sun since it grew directly under there. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that. My Adansonii is looking awful. I'm about to just throw that thing out. I took some cuttings, but I don't know. She's just finicky. My Magnificum actually once again grew another wonky leaf, which I should probably definitely check my plants. My humidity is also very, very low, so that could be a huge factor, like 36%. That is not okay. I'm thankful that these guys are still doing all right. But my Magnificum was blooming and then it dropped like 3 leaves, so I cut the bloom off and I'm just letting it focus its energy on growing. My Doriaki also went through some funky thing. My anthurium really just aren't liking the cold. Now that I'm doing this video and thinking about it, I cut off all of its leaves. It had so many leaves and now it's down to these 2. This one's yellowing. I'm thinking, since I have all that space there on the stem, of propagating it, which makes me really nervous. This will be my first anthurium stem propagation, but I'm definitely going to do that in a video, so stay tuned. My giant crystallinum that I unboxed from, I think it was from Chlorosoil, losing all of its leaves. That was the newest leaf it gave me, which isn't even that big, but it's fine. It's still really cute. That leaf is obviously on the way out, so I think it'll hold on to these 2 leaves just fine. Yeah, but she's doing all right. My Syngonium chiapens is finally growing. She's thirsty, which is why she's limp. I need to water her, but this thing took forever to grow after I cut it. Like probably, I want to say 9 months it took to grow a whole new leaf. It hated being cut. It hated it so much. And my Clairnervium is blooming, which is so exciting. So I was thinking about saving the pollen and maybe cross-pollinating. We'll see what I decide, or I can just plant the berries and have a whole bunch of like baby Clairnerviums. But look at that cute little leaf. Oh, and then I also finally potted up my Monstera dubia. I don't know if it's gonna make it. We'll see. It was fully rooted, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. On the second shelf, we have my Anthurium Forgetii that has a new leaf. This one is just so crazy. All the pups it put out. It was going through sort of like a nutrient deficiency. So I kind of like upped the nutrients and it's been good now, but it has 2 pups on this one stem or this one chunk, I should say, really. And it's also going to be pushing out another new pup soon. All of my alocasia are doing awful. I think they're going dormant. And this one, I think this one got fertilizer burn, which sucks. And Then the last one is my white ghost euphorbia, another plant that took forever to grow, but it has that little arm, and it has that little arm, and it has the pink top. Oh, it's just so cute. And I did have somebody ask about my pasta, and yes, I still have pesto, but as you can see, I cut all his leaves. I actually sold him a lot because he was crawling out of the pot, so I ended up just cutting him back completely. And these are the new leaves it gave me, and oh, they're so cute. I'm obsessed. I miss these leaves. They're just so beautiful and heart-shaped and pillowy. Ooh, you're so pretty. Okay, and then the last little update I have is my little alocasia Frydek. So as I showed you, my alocasias aren't doing too great right now, which is why I don't like alocasias. I don't like plants that go dormant and essentially die. All my, well, I only have 3 alocasias, but 2 of them aren't looking so great as I showed you already. I am just done with alocasias. I don't want any more in my collection. But this Frydek, I started it from a corm. When I received it from Chlorosoil, all of its leaves were yellow, which is understandable really because alocasias are one of the the most finicky genuses, at least in my experience. So I chopped off all of the leaves, and the corm was still really healthy. The roots are still really healthy. And this is actually the second leaf it's given me. The first leaf just recently died off, and I think just because it's kind of going dormant. So I actually might move it in my grow tent or my prop bin if I can make space. I can't wait to have a lush, big, full one come summertime, and really, I just can't wait for spring and summer. Can you guys tell? I am somebody that has always enjoyed the seasons. I'm not even gonna lie. I've always been like, I love fall, but I really just love experiencing all the season change. I don't want to deal with cold all the time. I don't want to deal with hot all the time. But now that I have plants and I don't know, I just don't want to deal with the cold anymore. I'm tired of it. If it's not gonna snow, can it just be warm and humid? Like, I just want to move to Florida and experience nice weather all the time, just not the bugs. So I don't know. But anyways, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you all have enjoyed seeing all the updates. I hope your jungle is doing somewhat decent. I know some of our plants might be struggling. I know a lot of mine are right now. But we are past the winter solstice, which means spring is almost here. I've noticed that the days are slightly longer. Like, it's not getting dark at 5 o'clock now. It's more like maybe 6 o'clock or 6:30. So it's really exciting. Spring is almost here. Growing season's almost here. Trading season's almost here. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I can't wait to move some of these babies outside and get some real good growth on them. So y'all, we are making it through. And if you didn't watch my last video, welcome to 2022. We're here. We made it past 2021. So pat yourself on the back because that is a huge achievement. As always, leave a comment down below. Let me know what plants are growing for you. Are your plants doing well? Are your plants not doing well? Are you ready for spring and summer like me? I would love to hear from you in the comments. And I hope you all are staying safe, sane, happy, and healthy. I will see you in my next video. Bye!